This is Luke 21, verse 29. He spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away, till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. You know? You know what I'm saying? The words of Yahweh Shemi Shah is faithful and true. So when we start seeing these signs come to pass, it's indication, you know, that you know how close we are to the kingdom, man. We're seeing these signs, man. We're seeing the earthquakes in diverse places. You know, we're seeing the the upwards of the people. You know, it's like we're seeing the upwards of the people. You know, we're seeing these prophecies come to pass, man, manifest themselves. We're seeing all these things, man. We're seeing how the MOTB, the C-hip, is getting ready to take place. You know, how Esau is getting ready to crash his dollar, you know, and bring forth, you know, this great grand excuse, you know, to bring forth and establish this MOTB. We're seeing the signs of the times, man. We're seeing the prophecies. We're seeing how the Lord is getting ready to set things up. You know, and should we be afraid? Scared and worried? No, man. You know, only time, you know, if you see these prophecies come to pass, and you know, it doesn't bring joy to your heart, it doesn't bring great, relief, man. You know, it's because you're doing evil. You know, you're doing evil, and you want this place to continue on. You know. But yeah, don't get me wrong, by knowing that Jacob's trouble's coming also, you know, and how great of a fucking trouble sometimes is getting to be out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we in the flesh, you know, we worry, whatever, get a little nervous, but what? We have hope, man. You know? Jakes in the world, all they gonna do is worry. That's all they got. All they gonna do is worry and worry all the way to their judgment, man. Because they have no hope. We have hope, man. You know? We can catch ourselves worrying and slipping, whatever, but we can catch ourselves right back up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shah. The Lord, you know, constantly reminds us, hey, you're gonna be alright, man. You know? The Lord's gonna protect us, man, and guide us through these times, man. You know? The Lord's gonna keep us, man. Even keep us from the hour of temptation if we continue what it is that we're doing right now. Keeping the patience, keeping the word of his patience, man. In this time, then he shall keep you from the hour of temptation, man. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing Revelation 3 and 10. You know? These are times that we're in. You know what I'm saying? These are the times that we're in. You know what I'm saying? This is Luke 21. And Luke 21 and 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Lord willing, we are of the election, man. We're getting ready to be redeemed from the earth, man. Those men that's going to be redeemed, man. You know, Revelation 15. You know, those that's, standing upon a sea of glass, man. Watching this whole place get burnt. Watching these people, receive the judgment written for them, of the deeds that they've done in their bodies, man. the unrighteous deeds they've done proudly, man. Watching them, be backstroking in ICBM nuclear fire. Nuclear fire. Nuclear fire, man. Like, bro, that's terrible, man. You know? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be catching myself thinking about the missiles. I be having, like panic attacks, man. You know, because I can see how terrible that is, man. Like, I be catching myself, pondering on the missiles. The more longer I start thinking about the missiles and seeing it, envisioning it, I be having panic attacks. You know, that's just me, my little personal testimony, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand how terrible the judgment is going to be, man. You know? You got to envision that, man. The Lord tells you, in Proverbs, I believe it's Proverbs 13. So where there's no vision, so like this Proverbs, it's lucky. Yeah, come on. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and 18, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. You know, the main point, you got to vision. You know, and the elder apostle Gabar keeps saying, we gotta be visionaries, man. You know, we're not the prophets, called seers before time. They was called seers, man. The seer. You know, man. I be catching myself, just thinking about it. It's gruesome, man. You know, pray to Yahweh Shah, we want no parts in this thing, man. Baruch Shah, keep us from the hour of temptation in your mercies, man. You know, that's why we out here serving the Lord in the brick cold, diligently serving him, man. You know, bearing our cross, doing whatever we gotta do, man, to please Yahweh Shah. That we keep his word, the word of his patience, man. When you go into our word, patience and you suffering, man. You know? That's what we got, man. We sign with the elders, on down to the brethren. We seek, to keep Yahweh Shemiah's patience so that he keeps us. Those are the only ones whom the Lord's gonna keep, man. And rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Those that's seeking Yahweh Shemiah now. Those that's diligently seeking him now, man. The Lord said that he ain't gonna forsake those that are diligently seeking. I'll get that precept. This is Psalm chapter 9. Verse 9. The Lord Yahweh Shemiah also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in time of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord Yahweh Shemiah, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Hey, brothers got testimonies now the many deliveries, Yahweh Shemi outside, anytime, brothers called upon Yahweh Shemi outside, the name, the true name, the Most High, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, for help, for guidance. The Lord has always pulled through. Because why? Because we do that which is right in the sight of Yahweh Shemi outside. We're serving Him in fear and trembling, and in fear, in truth, not in deception, not trying to, to gain for our own, gain. We flipping the Lord's money, man. We flipping His talents. So the Lord going, we got that, that spiritual, insurance policy. Anytime we get stuck in jams, the Lord always pulls through. Our spiritual bank accounts in Yahweh Shemi Son. And in the time of Jacob's trouble, we get ready to cash out, man. Lord willing that we be, all those men. And throughout the years, our deeds has been shown so, man. The Lord's going to make us, at the parable, man, rulers over 10 cities, those that, was given 10 pounds, matter of fact, I'll try to find it. This is Luke chapter 19. Luke chapter 19, verse 12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom, and to return. And he called his 10 servants, and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, occupy till I come. That's the Lord right there, man. The Lord, he went back to the spiritual world, sat upon, the right hand side, the Most High Yahweh, his own throne, and he set the decree to his disciples, his servants, to occupy till he comes back, man. To push his word, keep doing the work. Verse 13. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, thou shalt have thou authority over 10 cities. Hey, the Lord come back, and find those to be faithful and true upon their works and serving Yahweh Shemi outside. The Lord's going to give you what is rewarded unto you, man, for the amount that you have, been given. If you've been given 5 pounds, in this parable source, in this parable right here, if you've been given 5 pounds to flip, you're going to be ruler over 5 cities. If you've been given 10 pounds to flip, you're going to be ruler over 10 cities. If you, the Lord comes back, he comes back that you doubled the money up, which he gave you from before. Verse 17. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. And another king saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound which I have kept laid up in a natural. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. The Lord, it's going to big worm you, man. Like the elders want us up from the LA camp be saying. You know, spiritual big worm. You know, from Friday. You know, you don't come back and make you, come back and expect, the money that he gave you before to be doubled up, more of the money from what he's giving you, man. And here go this nigga, that had his, his pound laid up in a fucking napkin, man. Ain't did nothing but just fucking sit on it, man. What you think the Lord gonna do to this dude, man? Verse 21, for I fear thee because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest down, that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that thou laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury? And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that had 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he had 10 pounds, for I say unto you that unto every one which shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that he had, shall be taken away from him. Those mine enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me, man. Another part, I believe, where the individual that came within, came into the wedding without a garment, you're gonna be likened to that man, also, man. You're gonna be cast out in outer darkness, where it shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. Like, what I'm saying, the Lord is not gonna come back, and accept you if you ain't, been doing the work, man. If you ain't been putting on for His namesake, man. But going back to the point to where I read that parable, the Lord's getting ready to make us, to receive our reward, man. For what it is that that we've been laboring, man. In the time of Jacob's trouble, when we get ready, to cash out our spiritual bank account, so to speak, in Yahweh Shemi outside, at that time, it's gonna be a good time, man. In a time of famine, in a time of complete hopelessness. These people are gonna be mourning, wailing, gnashing of teeth, great mourning. Hungry, famished. Yeah, bro, these people gonna be suffering so much hunger pain that they can't even be able to cry, man. Because they're gonna be so malnourished. They're gonna have no hydration to even piss, man. No hydration to even fucking cry tears, to even sweat. They're just gonna be pining the fuck away, man. But the servants of Yahweh Shemi Ashad has been seeking the Lord, diligently. They're gonna be, 2nd Ezra chapter 2, they're gonna be merry and having abundance. 2nd Ezra. Sorry, 2nd Ezra chapter yeah. Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 1. Most likely verse 29. Most likely verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. Thy hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Merry and having abundance, man. Abundance, more than you fucking need, man. In a time where people, have a complete losing. No more Wi-Fi, no more, fucking happy hour, TGI Fridays, no more fucking Chinese food, fucking shaking crab, boiling crab, whatever. No more hookah lounges, mimosas and shit. It's nothing but judgment, man. Judgment. Jacob's trouble. And those that's been serving the Lord, they go, man, it's gonna be good for them. The scriptures tell you, Psalm 91, 1,000 shall fall